Knitwear is without a doubt one of the foundation or keystone pieces of any autumn-winter wardrobe, and for me it is one of my favorite parts of dressing during the colder months. I recently shared a video where I chatted through the 5 styles of shoes that I felt were essential for any wardrobe, covering every single occasion, and I really wanted to give my knitwear collection the same treatment. So if our house were to burn down in a fire, what are the 4 items that I would go and repurchase in a heartbeat that are all slightly different styles? I will be sure to also share some alternatives to the ones that I've selected, just keeping in mind that not everyone has access to the same brands. Perhaps your budget is slightly different to mine, or maybe you want to add one of these items to your wardrobe in a slightly different fabric, as I realized just before I sat down that 3 of them are in cashmere, and I think that one of the key ways to keep our wardrobes feeling interesting and having a little bit more variety is to opt for different textures, though this might not be a possibility for everyone, especially who have more sensitive skin. I want to start with the basics, and that is a layering knit, and I'm talking about something that is in a very fine merino or something that is very, very thin that you can either wear as a standalone piece or that you can wear underneath items, either another knitwear piece or maybe underneath one of your spring summer dresses, so that you can carry it through the autumn months. For me, that item is this black slim fitting fine merino top from Arket. COS do the exact same one, they're owned by the same parent company, so if you can't access Arket, COS is your best bet to grab one of these. These are just so fantastic. They're so thin, they keep you really nice and warm, very fitted throughout, both through the sleeves and also in the body, and I feel like they're a great standalone to be worn just by themselves. You'll see in the cutaways that I have paired it with a pair of black tailored trousers as more of a workwear style outfit. You could wear it underneath a camisole dress or something like that if you really want to extend the wear of some of your spring summer dresses, or else you could also wear it underneath a chunkier knit just to add that little extra bit of warmth. Now, I also have one that's very similar, which is in a cotton, and it is from Everlane. It's a tissue weight long sleeve top. It functions in the exact same way as this, however, instead of being wool, it is a cotton. So that's a great alternative if you do have more sensitive skin, and I will link some other options down in the description box, but the quality of these is exceptional. I just wash mine in a Delicates bag. I do have a whole video on how I care for my knitwear pieces and just my clothing in general, which I'm going to link up in the cards here because that has not changed, in case you're wondering how to launder items like this. But that is the first piece, a great layering basic that will really work with every other knitwear item that you might have in your closet, and perfect if you live in a particularly cold climate. The second knitwear piece that I think you should have in your autumn winter wardrobe is a great crew neck sweater, and this can be a classic crew neck in a cashmere, which is sort of more of a slim fit, or it could be something that leans a little bit more oversized. The one that I've selected from my wardrobe is somewhere in the middle, and the reason why I like this is, one, is cashmere, so it's super soft. It's actually quite a nice sort of medium weight cashmere, so this keeps me really warm. It has a bit of a bell sleeve, which gives it a little bit more of a interesting design detail, and then it is relatively loose through the body. This one's from the Curated, and when I did my best basics on cashmere, this was the one that I kind of pinpointed as being my favorite of the bunch. From a quality perspective, it is a lot more expensive than other options out there, so I've got a couple of alternatives, and also I have one here which isn't even in cashmere, so I think that's great if you don't necessarily have the budget to splurge on something like this, but maybe you might like to try the Pre-Loved Market. I've got this in the size small, by the way, and one of the things I also like about it is the knitted texture too. It's not flat, it has a little bit of dimension to it, which is a way that you can keep your winter outfits looking a little bit more interesting, and the yarn is also ever so slightly flecked as well, so it has some real visual interest to it. And this is just a great basic to wear with trousers. I mean, this particular knit also works really well for the office, but also on the weekend, whether you pair it with a tailored trouser, a pencil skirt, or even with just some jeans relaxing at home. So that is my pick for a classic crew. But the other ones I wanted to flag were, if you're based in America, I do not think that you can beat Quince in terms of value for money when it comes to good quality cashmere. It's grade A Mongolian cashmere, and they do a very, very basic crew. They also have a few different alternatives too, like a V-neck if that's something you like. Otherwise, Naadam do a $75 US cashmere sweater, which is exceptionally soft as well. I have one of those. It's in storage right now, otherwise I would show you a little cutaway of how it fits on, but they're also a really great basic. And I know for many people, when they think of a classic crew, it's probably something like this. Very timeless, and again, work appropriate as well. The final one that I've got here that I wanted to show is alpaca knit, and this is one I will recommend time and time again. I've had mine for a few years and I've got it in multiple colors. It's the Everlane Alpaca Crew Neck Knit, and this has a really nice fuzzy texture to it. If you're particularly sensitive to prickly wools, you may find this a little bit itchy. However, I do find that the more that you wear it and also launder it as well, it becomes softer, and that ever so slightly itchy feeling will eventually dissipate. But that's also a great alternative with the slightly bell sleeves as well, if you like that kind of a design detail. For something more oversized, I would recommend the Jenny Kane Cotton Cashmere mix. That one is not itchy at all, and it's really soft, nice and thick, very warm. Moving on to the cardigan, which I see as being kind of the cornerstone of your transitional wardrobe, something that you're going to be wearing when you want something cuddly and cozy, especially as days start getting cooler at the end of summer, or what you want to be wearing as days start getting slightly warmer when you're coming out of winter. Now my pick, again, as I mentioned, this is a cashmere one, and this is quite an expensive one here. It's a bit more of a splurge. It's from Jenny Kane, and this is their Cashmere Cocoon cardigan. I'll put down below the details of the color, and I do actually have a discount code for 15% off. It's Jamie Lee 15 if you have been eyeing up anything from their site. But this is just absolutely beautiful in terms of the quality. It will pill. All cashmere tends to pill generally once or twice. It is typically down to friction, so it's not reflective of the quality, and that's something to keep in mind. I have a cashmere sweater from the Row, and that one has pilled so much, but one thing that I really recommend having in your maintenance kit is a great cashmere comb or a fabric shaver, and I will put on screen what those look like. I'll link some on Amazon down below as well. But a great cardigan. Again, this is something that you can just throw over your shoulders. If you're feeling a bit warm, you don't need to wear this anymore, but then the minute that the temperature drops, you can just slip it on and you're really nice and cozy. I personally like something that is ever so slightly boxy, or that's a little bit more oversized, and I like to wear it one of two ways. One, if it's slightly more of a slimmer fit, typically I will wear it buttoned up and just like a sweater, and I'll tuck it into my trousers or my skirt, whatever it is I have on my lower half, and I think it's a really nice way to kind of have that sweater look while wearing a cardigan, and then still having the functionality of being able to wear it open. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, just open with a pair of jeans, with a little t-shirt or a singlet underneath, generally my go-to. Otherwise, I think they look great paired with little dresses, but I don't think that you can go wrong or go awry having a great cardigan in your winter wardrobe. Definitely something that has seen me through. And if you want something a little bit more affordable, Quince again have a really good cashmere cardigan. I have one in my closet. It's a little bit more of a slimmer fit. They also do a cotton merino cardigan, which I have too, and that one is great. Though I do find it sometimes pulls. You have to be a little bit careful with it. Otherwise, the one I'm going to share in the cutaways is this one I've had for, I want to say 3 or 4 years now, from And Other Stories. It's a 100% wool. This one is textured, so if you are particularly sensitive, you may find that this one is not suitable for your skin type, and in that case I would recommend anything in a cotton if you don't like cashmere on your skin. Everlane actually do a really good cotton one too, which again is one that I've got in storage. If you can't tell, I really do have a knitwear addiction. Now the final knitwear piece that I think is a must in your autumn winter wardrobe is a great turtleneck or roll neck. I'm talking about something that is really chunky and oversized. The type of knit that you're going to reach for when it is icy cold and you want something that is going to feel like you're being enveloped in a big hug. Now the one that I have here is definitely more of a bougie, splurgy option. It's no longer actually available. The only way to get your hands on it is through the pre-loved market, and that was how I found mine. It took me 7 years to finally get one at a price I was happy with. So for that reason, of course, I've got some more affordable alternatives to mention, but it's more the style that is really doing it for me. Mine is from Celine, and this is old Celine. It's from the Phoebe Philo era, and it's in a really beautiful taupe. Great little mock neck, roll neck moment. This one has super long sleeves as well, which makes it very slouchy and very cozy. What I like about a roll neck in particular is that I think you've got a lot of opportunity here to play with friction in an outfit and really juxtapose the style. So the slouchy and almost casual nature of this with something that feels a little bit more formal and put together. So I love how this looks with slip skirts or even something in a pencil skirt style that has more of a rigid structured shape. Also with a tailored trouser, I think that it is a really nice kind of balance in your outfit, especially if you put on a pointed toe pump. But equally, this is the type of thing that I wear a lot with denim as well. Now I do have some slightly more affordable alternatives to this knit, but they still are more premium options just because I do think that knitwear is an area in your wardrobe that is worth spending a little bit more money on. Soft Goat do a really lovely dupe, so I am going to show a little photo on screen as well as link that down below. Marl, their Vader jumper, is a really beautiful alternative to this as well, which I had that too. It's just a little bit more intentional in terms of the fit being a little bit more slim. And then also the other one that I would recommend would be Joseph. And I'll put on screen a photo of me wearing my Joseph knit. I just love the elegance and sophisticated fit of this, and definitely a style that I think works really well for the office. So those are the 4 knitwear styles that I think everyone should have in their wardrobe, and also a little bit of an insight into my current favorites at the moment. I hope that you found this video useful. I really do think that these silhouettes will kind of see you through every single scenario, every single situation, and will keep you really nice and warm and toasty. For me, quality is definitely something I really keep an eye out for when it comes to a basic like this, especially something that I want to be keeping in my wardrobe for years and years. And you'll probably be quite familiar with these styles from me wearing them on repeat here on my channel, on my Instagram, and over on my blog as well. So thank you so much for tuning in today, spending some of your day with me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that this video has been helpful, especially if you've been in the process of building out your autumn winter wardrobe. If you're new here and you'd like to see more videos from me, then I would love for you to subscribe and to see you next time. And also please don't forget to hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Everything I mentioned, along with any discount codes I have, are going to be linked in the description box below too. Thank you so much for watching again, and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. See you very soon. Bye.